Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In this video today, I got pulled up here another business credit card I want to go over with y'all and kind of talk about. And this one's going to be from Bank of America. Now, this business credit card, this is just, this is their low, think of it like a balance transfer credit card, but on the business side, because that's basically what it is. It's not got a whole lot of bells and whistles. It's just kind of a simplified card. But we're going to go over it today. That way, y'all kind of get an idea of some of the more simplified business cards that these banks, that the bigger banks like Bank of America offer. But with that intro out of the way, let's kind of break this card down. Okay, so to start off with, the card is offering a $300 statement credit offer. Now, what do they mean by that? They're going to give you a $300 statement credit when you make at least $3,000 in net purchases within 90 days of your account opening. Okay, pretty simple. Spend $3,000 net, they're going to give you $300 back. You got 90 days to do it. Pretty simple. They allow unlimited employee cards, and they don't charge you for it, so that's nice. And then you can make electronic payments and automatic bill payment, which, I mean, that's pretty well standard. No annual fee. This card has got a 0% introductory APR for 7 months. That's as far as this account goes. There's a lot of personal cards that go a lot further than this. But on the business side, sometimes not so great at terms. Which, like I said, this is a very simplified card. But, as you can see, they're only giving you 7 months. Interest rates and fees. We already talked about the 0% for 7 months. The standard APR ranges on this card anywhere from 10.24% to 21.24% APR. So anywhere within that range, they can charge you. No annual fee on this card, so they're not going to charge you to hold the card, which is nice. And the cash advance APR is 24.24% APR. They gotta pick weird numbers. But as you can see, on the cash advance, it's even higher than the highest APR on the purchases. Cash advances, they claim it's more risky for them, so they charge more. Then they give you some cash management flow tools. Okay, that's nice. Travel and emergency services. Oh, the cash flow management tools. They do automatic payments, transfers, and downloading transactions into QuickBooks. So if you got QuickBooks like QuickBooks Self-Employed, you can upload your stuff pretty easy. Travel and emergency services. Travel benefits your business needs, including they give you $100,000 in travel accident insurance. Additional services include auto rental insurance, emergency ticket replacement, lost luggage assistance, and legal and medical referrals when you're away from home. So if you need basically insurances, they have some of that. Then they give you online access. That's kind of duh. And the card's going to have a chip in it. Pretty simple. All right. Zero liability protection for unauthorized transactions. So unauthorized transactions, you're not liable for it. Pretty standard. Fraud monitoring, yeah. Bounce Connect for overdraft protection. Now this is kind of neat, but we're going to get into it here in a minute, looking more into detail where there's some problems here. But they say an optional service to help prevent declined purchases, return checks, or other overdrafts when you link your credit card to a Bank of America business checking account for overdraft protection through Balance Connect. Then they give you paperless statements if you want them. And blah, 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 da, da, da. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes. So that's the overview. Okay. Got pulled up here. All right. So now we got pulled up the terms and conditions. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Basic nuts and bolts of this account. Annual percentage APR for purchases. 0% introductory APR for 7 billing cycles. So you got about 7 months of 0% APR. After that, your interest rate on this card is going to be anywhere from 10.24 to 21.24%. Okay. APR for balance transfers after the introductory. Or wait. No. APR for balance transfers 10.24% or 21.24% based on your personal or business credit worthiness when you open your account. Okay. APR for cash advances 24.24%. Penalty APR, this card doesn't have any. How to avoid paying financing charges. You got at least 25 days from your statement closing date. Okay, pay within that, you don't pay any interest. Minimum financing charge. If they're going to charge you any interest, they're going to charge you at least $1. Annual fee. Don't charge an annual fee, which is good. Y'all know I don't like annual fee credit cards, so hey. Okay, transaction fees. Balance transfer fee, either $10 or 4% of the amount of each transaction, whichever is greater. Cash advance fee, $10 or 4% of the amount of each transaction, whichever is greater. Exception below. Nice. I guess this is the exception. Overdraft protection cash advance, if enrolled, no fee will be assessed to your credit card account. Okay. International transactions, 3% of the US dollar amount of each transaction. Penalty fee, late payment. Okay, this is one of the weirder late payment deals that I've seen looking at credit cards so far. I'm sure there's worse out there, but this one right here is kind of out there. Late payment fee, $19 if balance is less than or equal to $100. $29 if it's $101 if it's $100.01 up to $1,000. $39 if it's $1,000.01 up to $5,000. And this is the balance. And a late payment fee of $49 if it's greater than $5,000. If your balance is greater than $5,000. So they have a tiered late payment system, which is a new one for me, but this is why you read the fine print, because they're always looking for ways to get you. They want your money. They don't care about you. When applicable, we apply the minimum payment to lower APR purchases, lower APR balances before higher APR balances. Amounts in excess of the minimum payment are applied to higher balances before lower balance APRs. Payments are allocated to posted balances. That's kind of standard. Now, here's something I want to talk about. Your linked business checking account may be subject to a $12 fee for each transaction according to your deposit account agreement. So if they screwed you on the fine print on your deposit account, they can charge you $12 for every transaction you make on this credit card, is how I read it. Now, that I may be reading it wrong, but that's exactly how I take it. So let's say you swipe this card 10 times in a day and you have it linked to one of their checking accounts, they're basically going to charge you 12 times 10, which is $120. So, don't have a business checking account, especially with them hooked up to this card, or otherwise they're going to have fun with you, is how I read it. Cash advances and balance transfers may not be used to pay off or pay down any Bank of America account. That's pretty standard in most banks. They're like, hey, You can't take the cash off our credit card to pay off one of our other credit cards or the same credit card. I mean, you can understand where they're coming from there. The cash limit assigned will be a percentage of the total credit limit assigned. Be sure to check what your cash limit is before using your account to make cash transactions. All credit card accounts are subject to credit approval, and credit account limits are subject to credit worthiness. Okay, basically, if they look at you and you've got shitty credit, they may not give you a card, or if they do, they may give you one with like a $300 limit because that's a credit card company for you. Okay, prime rate, the variable rate APRs are based on the current prime rate of 3.25%. Okay, $300 statement credit. To qualify for the statement credit, you must open a new small business credit card account and make at least $3,000 in net purchases with your card that posts to your account within 90 days from the credit card account opening. Net purchases, listen to this, y'all. Net purchases exclude any balance transfers, cash advances, transaction fees, returns, and adjustments. The statement credit will be applied to the company's business credit card account. One $300 statement credit allowed per company. Please allow 10 to 12 weeks after the qualifying transaction post to your account to receive your statement credit. Offer subject to change without notice. Overdraft protection, balance transfers. So that's pretty well the nuts and bolts of this really kind of simplified credit card account, from business credit card account from Bank of America. Not a whole lot to it. It's a very simplified card. They've got some gotcha deals in the fine print. So if you have a checking account with Bank of America, a business checking account, and you link it to this card, one, you are not very bright. Two, they are about to have fun with you. Three, you don't need a banking account through Bank of America, in my opinion, anyways, because the bank, they're me personally, this is my personal opinion, their banking accounts generally are crap. And there's a lot better companies out there. But each to their own. If you want to throw money down the drain, by all means, be my guest. I like my money. But anyways, guys, with that all being said, I just wanted to kind of go over this simplified short-term business credit card that has a short-term balance transfer offer on it, credit offer. So y'all can kind of see how Bank of America does their business cards and go from there. I'm giving y'all information and y'all can do with it what you wish. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to see y'all later, and I'll see y'all in the next video.